Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss regarding the topic soft gelatin capsules. Now, you all know that soft gelatin capsules is one type of an capsules. There are two types of capsules. First one is hard gelatin capsule and second one is soft gelatin capsules. So today we will be discussing in detail regarding the soft gelatin capsules, which are also known by a short form, that is SGC. Now, soft gelatin capsules are also known by some other names, and it includes one piece. Now, as it is an one piece, so for example, if you have a soft gelatin capsule, it is a single piece. As that of in hard gelatin capsules, we have cap and body. In soft gelatin capsule, these are one piece in nature, and they are also called as soft gels. Now, the name itself says they are soft in nature. Apart from that, they are flexible. It means they are elastic and are composed of one piece with compared to the hard gelatin capsules, which are less flexible in nature and which consist of two-piece capsules cells, which includes body and cap. Now, as these soft gelatin capsules are single unit solid dosage forms, which consist of hermetically sealed outer cell of gelatin. So this is an unique dosage form where it is hermetically sealed, where the outer cell of the gelatin is hermetically sealed, and we can enclose liquids or some semi-solid formulations into it. And these soft gelatin capsules are the completely sealed dosage forms, and we cannot open them without destroying the capsules. So this is one of the unique feature of soft gelatin capsule. So if tampering has to be done, you have to destroy the whole thing. Then only you can open the content of the capsule. So as it is completely sealed dosage form. Now the various commercially prepared soft capsule cells includes drugs such as cyclosporine, then diclomycin, then we have chlorotrianisine, digoxin, vitamin A, vitamin E, and chloral hydrate. So this was in short regarding the introduction part of soft gelatin capsules. Now moving further, as we have previously discussed, that soft gelatin capsules are more flexible capsules, as we can do modifications in the mechanical properties, and this modification in the mechanical properties is done by adding plasticizers. And we add plasticizers mainly from the category of polyhydric alcohols such as glycerol or sorbitol. So the flexibility which is imparted to the soft gelatin capsules, it is mainly due to the plasticizers which are added, and these plasticizers, they belong to the category of polyhydric alcohols such as glycerin and sorbitol. Nowadays, soft gelatin capsules is increasing in popularity because it has an ability to prepare liquid-based preparation, which also will give you increased viability as compared to that of tablets. So here, soft gelatin capsules, they are going to increase the viability as compared to that of tablet, as they have an ability to be prepared in liquid-based preparations. And they have a particular application in the treatment of acute conditions such as, example is pain. So with this short introduction of soft gelatin capsule, let's move to the next point, that is the advantage of soft gelatin capsules. The advantage of soft gelatin capsules includes as follows. They are useful when wanted to seal medication within the capsule. So if you want to encapsulate or seal a medicament, mainly if it is in a liquid form, we can achieve it with the help of soft gelatin capsule. These capsules, that is soft gelatin capsules, are principally important to enclose liquid drugs or the drug solutions. So here you can enclose liquid drugs as well as drug solution into the soft gelatin capsules. Volatile drug substances or the drug materials which are susceptible to degradation in presence of air may be better suited for soft gelatin capsule as compared to that of hard gelatin capsules. So this is one of the unique thing. The substances which are volatile in nature or which are susceptible to degradation in presence of air, they can be better formulated into soft gelatin capsule as compared to that of hard gelatin capsules. And one of the unique feature we can say, soft gelatin capsules are elegant and they are easily swallowed by the patient. So these are some of the advantages of soft gelatin capsules. I hope my voice is clear to everyone. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now let's move to the next point, that is the nature. Now the nature of the cell, that is the gelatin cell which we use for soft gelatin capsule, we are going to discuss, and then later on we are going to discuss regarding the capsule content. So firstly, let's discuss regarding the composition of the soft gelatin cell. Now the composition of soft gelatin cell is in such a way that its composition consists of mainly gelatin, then plasticizers. Now already we have discussed this point regarding plasticizers, where we have seen they are used for giving the flexibility to the soft gelatin capsules. Then the other materials which goes in the composition of soft gelatin cell includes water and miscellaneous excipients such as coloring agent, flavoring agents. Now let's see this one by one in detail. Now the first component which goes in the composition of soft gelatin cell is gelatin. Now gelatin, which is used over here, is generally type B gelatin. And we know that type B gelatin is alkaline treating gelatin. Now, we can also use type A, that is acid treated gelatin, for the manufacturing of soft gelatin capsules. Now, type B gelatin is manufactured from alkaline treated precursors that exhibits an isoelectric point at pH 4.7. And this type B gelatin is mainly manufactured from the animal bones. Now, the second component, which is a very important component, that is the plasticizers. Now, we have already discussed in the earlier part, these plasticizers, they provide flexibility to the gelatin, which mainly depends on the concentration and the type of plasticizer which is used in the formulation. The concentration of plasticizer is important to determine the mechanical property of the soft gelatin capsules. Plasticizer concentration more than 30% may result in more flexibility and tackiness in capsules. If the concentration of plasticizer, if it is below 20%, it will result in very brittle capsules. At both the concentration, splitting of capsules cells might arise during storage or during the use by the patient. The hardness of the finished dried soft gelatin capsule is used to select the concentration of the plasticizer. And the hardness of the finished dried soft gelatin capsule, that is the dried soft gelatin capsules, is the ratio of plasticizer to gelatin. Now, the polyhydric alcohols, mostly glycerol and sorbitol, or the mixture of this, are employed as the plasticizers over here. And a relative large amount, that is approximately 30% weight volume of plasticizer, is added in soft gelatin capsule cell formulation to ensure that the adequate flexibility is imparted. Is imparted to the soft gelatin capsules. And other additives are often added as and when needed. Now with this, let's move to the next component of the soft gelatin capsule. Before that, this is an composition of the soft gelatin cell. Now we have discussed gelatin, okay? We have discussed regarding the plasticizer. So here the plasticizer which is used, which is glycerine. Then we can use other additives such as we have preservatives where methylparaben and propylparaben, they are used in a ratio of 80 to 10 to 20. Then we use other additives such as colorants, or we can use titanium dioxide, which is having a role of opacifier, and water as the quantity which is required we can use, and this water is used as a solvent or to process air. So you can see how the composition of a soft gelatin cell. So it includes the basic polymeric base, that is gelatin, then the plasticizers, which will give flexibility to the soft gelatin capsules. Then we use preservatives such as methylparaben and propylparaben in a ratio of 80 to 20, colors, then opacifiers and water. So this is the basic composition of soft gelatin capsule cell. Now moving to the next component, that is water. Now water is necessary in manufacturing process as it aids the manufacturing process of soft gelatin capsules, and in the finished product to ensure that the capsules are more flexible in nature. Initially, during the manufacturing of soft gelatin capsules, the concentration of water is between 30 to 40% weight by weight of the wet mass. However, following formation of the capsules, the product is exposed to controlled drying, resulting in the final capsule water content of 5 to 8% weight by weight. So here you can see initially the concentration of water, it is 30 to 40% weight by weight of the wet mass, and later after controlled drying, the water content, it is 5 to 8% weight by weight. And if the overdrawing of the capsule occurs or result, it will result in the capsules which are brittle in nature. Now coming to the last component, that is the miscellaneous excipients. Now we have seen the colors. We can add colors into the composition of soft gelatin capsule cell, then opacifiers such as titanium dioxide. If flavor is required, we can add the flavors. So these are the other excipients which goes in the manufacturing of soft gelatin capsule cell. Now coming to the second part, that is the capsule content. What type of content can be filled into the soft gelatin capsule? So variety of liquid materials can be enclosed into soft gelatin capsules. So which are those variety of soft gelatin, which are those variety of liquid materials which can be included? So it includes suspensions, paste, oily solutions, self-emulsifying agents, and water miscible liquids. So these are the variety of liquid materials which goes into the soft gelatin capsules. So this contents this contents can be filled into soft gelatin capsules. Now let's move to the next point. The type of the inner film materials which goes into the soft gelatin capsules mainly includes oily liquids, and the example of oily liquid is an cod liver oil. Also we can have oil, that is vitamins such as vitamin, which are we can have vitamins which are soluble in, that is oil soluble vitamins. Then from the solution categories, we have two types of solutions which goes as an inner film material. So first one includes solutions in water immiscible oils. And here the examples are of fixed and aromatic oils, aliphatic, aromatic, and chlorinated hydrocarbons, liquid, ethers, and esters. So the first type of solutions are those solutions which are water immiscible oils, such as fixed and aromatic oils, aliphatic aromatic, and chlorinated hydrocarbons, liquid esters, and liquid ethers. The second types of solutions are the solutions which are water miscible liquids. It includes examples of PEG 400, 600, then alcohols, then polyols, then we have glycerin esters, then sorbitan esters, sugar esters, and polyglyceryl esters. And the third types of inner material which goes as an inner film material goes is from the category of suspension, where the insoluble drug suspended in a suitable vehicle which have an addition of suspending agents and surfactant as weighting agents, they can be a type of inner film material for soft gelatin capsule. There are certain limitations when we fill liquids for encapsulation in soft gelatin capsules. So this includes now mainly the liquids that are both water miscible as well as volatile. They cannot be included as a major component of the capsule, as it results in the migration into gelatin cell. So as we know that the gelatin shell, which is hydrophilic in nature, and if you have liquids which are both water miscible as well as volatile in nature, we cannot include this as a major component because it will lead to the migration into the gelatin cell. And the volatile form of gelatin and this will volatilize the gelatin, the gelatin surface. And the example includes of the liquids such as water, ethyl alcohol, and emulsions. So we have to be careful while selecting this. Now moving towards the next point, that is, if you have a pH which is below 2.5 and above 7.5, this pH should be avoided as it hydrolyzes gelatin and has a tanning effect on cells respectively. And aldehyde shows tanning effect on cells. So with this, we'll stop over here. And after 10 minutes, I request everyone to please join back. Okay, is it fine?